Hey, good morning, everyone. Rick with Hit and Run Candlesticks here. Today is October 2nd, 2020, and I want to welcome you to the Friday video blog. Okay, so I guess most everyone has probably heard the news, and if you haven't yet, by the time you actually listen to this video, I suspect you will have. It looks like President Trump and First Lady have been tested positive for COVID, and it looks like the market is not real happy with that. We're gapping down a little bit on the market here. Here's a SPY. We closed yesterday up here at 337.04, and it looks like we're going to open up somewhere around 331.35. I say somewhere because it is 8 o'clock, well, about 10 minutes to 8 Eastern as I'm doing this video. So we've got a little bit before the market opens up. So, today is going to be a pretty volatile day. And as you know, well, you might not know, but I'll tell you now, I'm not going to put any trade ideas out today. But what I am going to do is be following our watch list, the trade ideas that I have put out the past 10 days or even longer. As long as those continue to meet our conditions, our pre-trading conditions, then we will look at those as possible buys. We will also be looking at charts that are dipping down today that may be good long buys. Now the problem is, it's not like we're completely out of the woods here. It's not like this morning star signal, the gap up follow through, the positive trading. It's not like all this has taken us completely out of the woods from this downtrend here. It's very possible the market uses this as an excuse to drop us down further. So we really, really, really want to be careful with this. Like I said, today is going to be pretty volatile, I think. So we want to be very, very careful about what we trade. So yesterday, the SPY closed above the 50-period moving average and the T line. It looks like we're opening. If we open right where we are now, we're going to open up below the 50-period moving average and the T line as well. That will actually set us up for a possible bear 3/8 trap. Now, of course, throughout the day, if the bulls come back in and pick this up, that would pull us out of that bearish trap. If the sellers continue to drive us down, I've got this magenta, I guess that's magenta color, line here on the third candle of the morning star, the body top of the third candle of the morning star. If we break through this area and close below this area, what that's going to do is that's going to put these lows in jeopardy of being tested. Honestly, I don't think we want them to be tested. I don't think we want price to come down here and test it. That's going to put us too close to actually breaking through. So we really want to stay away from this area. Ideally, if we do come down and test this area, I think that would be okay. But from there, we need to see these bulls bounce a little bit and start their trek back up. FNGU, probably the number one chart that I've been following lately because it contains some of the big tech, and it gives us a good visual of what the tech is doing. And tech is leading this market. You may not like it, but it's a fact. Tech is leading this market. So yesterday, we gapped up yesterday, and we held up very well here, about 202.64. You can see that we're running into a little bit of resistance, so where it stopped at pretty much makes sense. This morning, it looks like we're opening up around, what do we have, 187.60, and you can see that represents a little bit of support. So the big question today now, as we watch this FNGU, is are we going to find support in this area, or are we going to dip down a little further? Dipping down a little further is not going to be necessarily that bad, as long as we can find safety, security, and support around 176. Yeah, we'll just call it 176. That's just slightly above the 50-day period moving average. I'm just looking at these candles here to get that number. If we get below the 50 period moving average, that it just psychologically is not good for the market. So we really, really want to watch this. Again, today is going to be so crazy volatile, I think. VXX. VXX yesterday, we closed pretty decent actually, and the past two bars on VXX is pretty decent. We also, with this low over here, we rallied up to the 50 period moving average. We pulled back for a higher low, and it almost looks like we're trying to construct a bit of a bottom here. Well, the market didn't know that President Trump was going to get tested for, or get, well, maybe get tested, but he has COVID. The market didn't know this yesterday. So we were trying to create some sort of a bottom if it ever would have worked out. It certainly hasn't worked out in the past. But now it looks like we're opening up a little bit higher, around 26 and a quarter. Please keep in mind that the time of this video right now is about an hour and a half before the market opens up. We're just under the 50 period moving average. If we stay under the 50 period moving average, I don't think the VIX is giving us a clue that there's any interest in creating fear. Now, if VXX gets above that 50 period moving average, that might be a clue that there is fear building. If we close over that 50 period moving average today, that would also be that would be a really, really good sign that fear is building going into the weekend. Now, as I mentioned before, let's see, yesterday and the day before, I think I mentioned to all our members, my goal today, my goal this week was to be pretty much in 100% cash or awfully close to it. Now, today's throwing a wrench into that. I'm not sure that I'm going to end up doing that because, like everyone else, positions I'm in, they're all gapping down right now. So this could be an opportunity to add to those positions. This could be just a good day to get out of it. Take your walk to the woodshed and be done. I will make my decision what I'm going to do a little bit later than in the day. I'm not going to make it before the market opens on Friday. So we'll be watching that. Be very careful there. What else do we have? Let's take a look at this right here. Let's take a look at T2123. And I'm looking at this on the 3-bar chart, the 3-bar chart. It's 130 minutes here. Our trend indicator is still down. This is just taking the cumulative 4-week new high, new low. And you can see that we've just been making new lows all over the place. There just are no new highs being made. Not enough to turn this indicator up. Now, with today, we're pretty much not going to be up, I don't think. We're going to be more to the downside. And what I'm watching here is how tight the trend indicator is getting to our actual T2123 line here, the yellow line. And as it gets tighter and tighter and tighter, something is likely to happen. You can see as we got tighter and tighter over here, what happened? Well, we hit it and we started to move down. You can see that we got tight. Now, we didn't get real tight over here, not at all. But you can see it was moving sideways and it ended up going down. Well, here we're getting real tight. So what I'm watching for is will the market move in this direction, or is the market going to continue down this way? Or are the new lows going to continue to outpace the new highs? That's something we want to watch right here. So this might give you some clues what the market is doing. All right, let's, what is this? Let's get back to the SPY here. Go back over to this chart. Let's look at the trend indicator. There we go. So as you can see here too, it looks like we're going to open up. We're going to open up right at the trend indicator, just right at. Whoops. Well, pre-market, the market is kind of popping back and forth. Like I say, this is going to be a crazy volatile day. So mind your P's and Q's. Be very careful what you do. We don't think predicting the market is a great idea. We want to follow that chart. Today's maybe a great day for some folks. I think for the majority, today's not going to be a fantastic day. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching this video. I will have one out tomorrow on a few charts that I will be keeping a serious lookout. So there'll be some charts to ponder over the weekend. I hope you watch that video, and thank you very much. You guys all have a great weekend if I don't hear from you before. Alrighty?